Hello, Wayward Walker here with you, and I've just stopped on the side of the road on this little old road, I guess, with an interesting gate and some interesting, I'm not sure, not foundations, some rather large holes dug on the side here, and so I'm not sure what I'm going to see, but I've got a little bit of time, hopefully, and I'm going to take a walk down this road, and, well, let's see what we come across. So, how about joining me, and we'll explore together. See a bunch of old tires dumped in here, which doesn't surprise me. I guess somebody's been using this as a dump. Doesn't look like anybody's been in here for a while, though, vehicle-wise. Yeah, it was kind of an interesting gate up there, but not posted. Nothing saying I can't be in here. I know eventually if I continue straight, I'm going to end up at the railroad tracks. And on the other side of the railroad tracks, there's a place called the Bennett Wildlife Management Area, which is a place that I've been before. I don't think I took a video of it. I'm going to have to look. I may have. Yeah, let's look over here and see what we might have. I don't think this is a foundation, but I don't know. Very interested what could have been here, since that is quite an interesting gate for being in the middle of nowhere. So obviously there's some kind of an old road. These are the staples we find in the woods, an old recliner. Little bicycle frame. So we'll just keep walking and see what we come across. Just keep you rolling for a while and see what happens. And by the time you see this, since I found all my other lost pictures and videos, I'm posting those first. I think I figured out how to get things onto YouTube. So you may be watching this on YouTube. If you are, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and most of all, enjoy. I don't know how many people I'm going to get watching, but I don't know how many people watch now. I mainly do it because I just enjoy walking, getting exercise, seeing what I find, and talking to myself. So anyway, alright, I'm kind of going back to the main road here, which I don't want to do. So on the road, no walls on the side of it. So as you can hear, it's a little loud. I'm off of Stafford Street in Charlton. So I just happened to catch this as I was driving by. Actually, I didn't see the gate I showed you until I started walking in. Yeah, what do we got here? This is interesting. The remains of a wall. Maybe, I don't know, the gate is this way. That's not the road, it's down here. I know I'm in farm country. It makes sense to have a wall here. It's always possible that as part of the, some of this was done when the railroad was built. I've seen that in other areas around here that I've explored. Like exploring around old railroads and the old abandoned railroads, but even the current railroad. Alright. Still on the road. I'm thinking over there. You can see the little lighter over there. I think that's where the rail line is. It's down the road. For now, this was definitely a road because you can tell by the sides and it's pretty well worn. But I'm curious as to why that kind of fancy little gate was there. Two stone posts. One of the posts was broken, but a gate. Now the fence that I saw. See, a lot of this looks like it's dug out, so I have a feeling it could have been part of the railroad doings when this was built. When the railroad was built in it was started like 1854, but I'll have to check on that. Let's just take a walk. I'm not going to cross the tracks because I've already been. I know I've been on the other side already. But see how this road goes right up to the tracks. It's telling me that maybe you have to dig a lot of fill. The railroad is very. This section of railroad. I mean, it came through hill and dale. There's also a gas pipeline here, so that could have something to do with it as well. Why this is here. But I do know that this road, the railroad, because I've had to drive along a lot of it. There's some pretty high fills and deep cuts. It's going right through the hills here. I'm looking over there and I believe that's where I came out. I have to cross, but I'm seeing something over there that's sort of interesting. But I think this is where I came out. This is just a large wall. Yep. See up there's a stone wall. So I'm not going to go on that side today, only because I have been over there. So let's check and see. I don't know if I took videos or not. I'm going to go back to the road because I also bears to the left down here. You see the stone wall there. It doesn't continue over here, but until it's all been dug out, so I suppose the railroad could be this road and put the gate there. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it might have. Well, let's go down here a little bit, see what's down here. And not a bad morning today. A little sticky, but not quite as bad as it's been. The wall up here, and this looks like a post. That fence here. There's a fence here. I've seen that pretty much all along the rail line, where I've walked in the woods near it. I have done that several places. So this was probably a pasture at one point when they dug it up. After they dug it up. And there's a fence there to keep the livestock off the tracks. Trains and cows and stuff like that. They get along well. Alright, let's see what we got here. The road goes that way. And let's turn around here and go back that way. I think this might have been flooded out at one time. It also kind of reminds me of when I was following along the abandoned North Webster branch of the Boston and Albany Railroad. And this railroad I'm following now was the Boston Albany Railroad. Still is, sort of, kind of. But remember, there was a lot of areas that kind of look like this as well. So, I think I'm going to pause you and see what else I find, and I'll be back. Okay, I just came from the other side of this fallen tree, and I came across a small brook and an arched railroad culvert, stone arch. You can see, if you look in there, you can see through the other side. Again, another piece of awesome stonework that the railroad has done. Not that they do it anymore, but certainly is probably not going to climb up there and then climb down the other side, but who knows. I'm still following along the road. It's a little muddier, tougher to follow. You can also see more of the fence. There's a barrel or something over here. What I call rusted relics. Shot of the tunnel. Wish they would put dates on them. Sometimes they do. So let's see a lot of railroad ties over here. As well. A lot of rock probably was left over from making the cuts. Let's see. Here's the barrel here. Some type, a little different than what it was. Now looking over here, a pile of rocks. Look at. Awful close to the pile that's on the side of the railroad bed up there. And this looks like a wall. Found the culprit, which is pretty neat. And in case you're watching this, and this is what I like to do. It's just sometimes I find places and I'm looking for something specific. I might see something marked on a map, and say, oh, I'll go see what's there, see if I can find what's supposed to be there. And then other times like this, I just happen to be driving along, see a spot, and I can't always get to it right away. Well, today I could. Hold on a minute. But I usually try to get back. As long as it's not posted, I will hike in, see what I can find. Interesting square rock, kind of square. This is what I like to do. Sometimes I don't find anything. Sometimes I might just find like that culvert we just saw. And sometimes I might find foundations. You never know. That's the beauty of being out in the woods in New England. I suppose other places as well, but interesting wall. Sounds like a retaining wall, I would say, because we're still on the road, little road. A little buggy out here today. To put some spray on, but yeah, we'll head it up. It actually gets nicer here. You see that yellow triangle sign? It came down from the railroad. That's not that wasn't here in 1854 though. It's very new. Railroads just kind of get rid of their trash wherever they happen to be. Dump it down in the woods. Who'll know, you know? Alright. Still following the road. Heading up a little bit. Back up to the railroad track. There's a massive piece of wood. that was for. You see that large metal building in front of us, metal shack. Walk up here. This is the used by the railroad. The train runs over that and it detects if there's any defects in the wheels. For example, what they call a hot box would be a brake not releasing and could cause a fire. Counts the cars, the axles, how long it is, the weight, I believe, checks the weight, and if there's any problems, it will send out an alarm. I asked the train crew about this one time, and if, for example, they have a hot box, they have to stop the train immediately, if not sooner. So that's what that is. Still following the wall, still on the road. Yeah, just kind of looking, see what's around. So the fence post there, an old fence post. There's a new one here. You can see the metal fence. So, where we just were on the tracks, obviously that was a fill, quite high, and now we're going into another cut. You can see on the other side how steep it is. I don't know if you'll get an idea here. So the road is definitely traveled more than the other one, the other section of it. I don't really see anything across the tracks, but a lot of times these will be used by dirt bikes and quads. This one doesn't look too chewed up, but obviously it gets more use. Still following the wall. Tracks right on the other side. Quite a bit lower. Yeah, not too bad. I know there are some areas because I've been on other hikes around these tracks, and I've driven down the sides of them. And there's some pretty steep grade cuts, pretty high fills. But anyway. Alright. So I'm going to continue walking. Put you on pause. And as soon as I do, I'll find something. So I'll put you back on. We'll be back. Okay, walk a little further. And come across a large wall. Following the wall. There's still a wall on my right along the tracks. I just come to this one, which is very wide, looks of it. There was a short section of wall right along this road, a little further back there, but so this is a serious, I like all a serious wall. Must have been the corner of somebody's land. Some nice big trees. So the wall actually goes on both sides of this old road. I was just thinking, the chances of finding an old foundation, it would have to be really, really old. And probably be filled in, because if they built this around 1854 when they built the railroad, probably not too many people would have built their houses next to it, because it was a pretty busy railroad. And they're noisy now. I can only imagine what it was like when there were steam locomotives. But that's quite a wall. It tells me, as we said before, the wall was this land. It's not that flat, but it must have been worked quite a bit. Look at all these rocks. It's like a very steep drop over there. Very soft ground. That's interesting as well. Now looks like another corner. Going back that way. So you can tell that this road has been used by off-road vehicles. This usually a bypass of some sort. Back you see also on back level with the tracks again. Still has the retaining wall. Alright. Well, pause again. Keep going a little ways longer. See what else I come across. We'll be back. A little further down. Come across this interesting circle of rocks here. I don't think that was a well, but I think they were placed there in a circle like that. They're rather large too, so it could have been a well, I suppose, at one time. I don't have any way to probe it, go down and see. I stepped on it and I didn't go down. I'm still here, so. But it may have been, hard to say. It's also the retaining walls back up there, going right along the tracks. I'm veered away a little bit from the tracks. Some more rocks here. It's piled here. I don't think there was a building there. We got another cross wall. Another opening in it. With the wall going back in that direction. That would be south. Mostly south, I guess. Getting a little tougher to follow the road here. Not too bad, I guess. Spider webs. Not quite sure how much farther this is going to go before I come across the road or something. House, neighborhood. Still see the wall. I mean, it's a good sized wall. This is a point the thing into the bushes. Another cross wall. And actually, see, it goes down there. There's another corner. And that goes east-west. And this. All right, obviously that was built by hand, not natural. You see the wall was focus out. All right, so we can see this was built and corners. There was something here, that's for damn sure. This is why we come out in the woods. Along there, in the corner here. My steps look like a little bouncy. This was something here. This was, I'm in the basement of a building of some sort. Right there in front of me is the corner. Goes back this way. Here's the other corner. Get in there. It looks like there's a doorway. Then it still goes down here. Another corner. And on the other side, goes back that way. So it's a very large area. So there's some kind of building here. So what we're going to do, best we can, you can see in there, it's built up there, so that was some kind of a platform. This reminds me of, I don't remember what it was. There's actually stairs here. So it could have been a very large barn. It would have been large because it's going to be at least 50 feet across there. There's another big wall that way. Alright, I'm going to take some pictures with my other camera. I'm going to walk over there with the other wall, another big wall, see if there's any evidence this could have been a mill. I don't see any water. You can see it's quite a, it's probably 5 or 6 feet deep right here. That corner, that corner. Don't know what it is, what it was. I'm going to have to find out though. So it's very large. Interesting stairs there, so that must have been at least 2 stories. Makes sense, kind of dug in, well, not really dug in, but you can. All right, I'll be back. I just look at my map. No buildings around or anything. Look quite a ways from anything. So I'm gonna cross this wall, just follow this trail a little bit. I'm gonna have to get headed back pretty soon, but there's another large drop off, steep drop off over here. Looks of it. Actually, this looks like a pond or something down there. This almost looks like another old road, old cart road, so let's go down here. I'm gonna have to go look at my old maps, see if I can figure out. I've got the coordinates, GPS coordinates, so hopefully I can see if there's something here at one time. What was here? I think it was a farm. Don't think it was a mill. There's no water source. I mean, there's water, what looks like water down here. Can't really tell yet. But that's far away. There's actually a road down there and civilization, so it's a house. We ain't gonna go down there. So let's go back up to the road. We're probably gonna make our way back. I'll definitely have to come back here again. Let's see what we have. If I have anything else. Basically, the whole foundation, that second part that I came to, ends almost right at the railroad grade, railroad bed. So I'm not quite sure what that was. I want to split this trail here, head back to the other one. It looks like the old road went that way. Inside this log. I mean, I could tell by the amount of rocks in these walls, and even in those foundations. This way it was worked for a while. It's not all that smooth, but it was definitely used for something. And that first foundation, that's a barn, which has all the characteristics of being one. It was a big barn. Alright, so back on the original wall, original road, this is where I came through before. Let's go this way a little bit, because I think that's just going to take me to that same house I could see through the woods. This must be where the road came out. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to stop right up here. This road looks like a pea stone put on it for some reason. And you see the wall goes that way. Head back up here. And see if I can get a look at the other side. Yeah, that goes back up to the railroad track, so I'm just on another building. Alright, well, this has been an interesting trip. This is definitely worth another trip back. I didn't expect to find anything. Like I said earlier, I think that if there was anything, this would have been abandoned a long, long time ago when the railroad came through. But really not. So, I'm going to make my way back to where I came in from. If I see anything else, I will be back to you. If not, have a great day. Get outside. Enjoy the world around you. And you'll be surprised what you see when you look. Seek and thou shalt find. And just keep looking as I'm walking and talking. As I said, you never know what you're going to find. There's all kinds of surprises in history. And respect what you see. Leave nothing but your footprints. Take nothing but pictures. All that kind of stuff. But I agree with that. This stuff here, this is old history. Who knows how long it's been here. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm back to the end of the barn. Alright, it's the Wayward Walker. Signing off for now. As I said, if I find anything, I will be sure to put you back on. If not, have a great day. Yeah, I'm actually on the other side, headed towards that large wall. I came across this. See another Welby foundation. I came up right over there where those trees are. You see that big tree out in the distance? That's where it's dug in. And I also found this over here, which looks a lot to me like a raceway. You can see dug in here, stones on both sides. I'm going to get closer in there. I've got to charge my battery up, and I will be right back. All right, just plug myself in. How awesome is this? What was this? You can see, kind of something built out. I don't like dark places, but I may have to go look and see what's in there. It's built up around it, comes out. Goes over here, again, very deep. This was the house. This was quite a large house here and a large barn. I don't see any water source. So, I don't know, I don't think, if the water came out this way where I'm standing, this was a sluice way, then it drops down so the water wouldn't come out anyway. Looks like it had a stone floor. Alright, so, hold on a minute. So there's nothing in there, it's just dark. Comes out the other side. It's like one or two large flat stones. I don't have a flashlight. Okay. The foundation just goes to the end of this thing. It's probably maybe 10 feet long, deep. It almost looks like there's a step and it was a shelf. And then that goes out. Let's see what's on this side. So there's a house. That might have been a root cellar. Something. See anything over here? Let's try to get around to the other side. I'm going to pause you again. I'll take some pictures while I'm in this part of it. And I'll be right back. Okay, walked around to the side. This is an end wall, so it's filled in between that wall and the other wall where that chamber was, whatever it is. And this is pretty flat right in front here. So if this was a house, it could have been a garden, could have been a field. On the other side of the road is that other large stone wall in the corner. I'll show that when we walk out that way. I can kind of do some bushwhacking. Around another corner on the end. I'm going to be able to get close to where that hole, that chamber comes out or not. So if my water, my vehicle, and I swallowed the bug, so that's all right. We'll make it. I'll do anything for you guys. Here's the back end, I think. There's a large wall up here. I have to come back here. Oh, definitely going to be back here when the leaves are gone. All right. 2 mounds. Very large tree. And probably some kind of a pen for animals. So I'm guessing I'm in the middle of a farm. Also hear a train coming. Alright, let me take some pictures of this. See the tree there. Old. I don't know where to go. Let me take some pictures of this and then I'm going to see if I can get up to the top up there. Still got to see where the other part. Alright, I'll be back. I'm trying to find my way into the abyss where that chamber was. It was just up there. That other little side thing that I think is a pen of some sort. I hear the train's coming. It's an old something. It's coming back out the road, so I can't get into the middle. Alright, I'm back. Sorry I got interrupted with a phone call. But at least it wasn't work trying to call me to go find the train. Alright, anyway, because the train just go by, so I'm never going to get to where it's stopping in time. Anyway, so back on the road. I can't find a way to see what that chamber is. It's way too thick in there. I'm coming back here in the late fall or next spring, because this is quite a place. So now I'm walking across from where that was, that whole foundation was. I'm on a little trail here, like probably people even hiking or something, but see there's another wall here, so what I saw from the distance. Probably need to look at my map, see where I am. Hold on a minute. Well, I'm back. Just came across another little building, almost directly across from the barn. A little harder to see, but there is definitely a small, there was a small building of some type here. You see here's the corner. And it goes out here. It's the railroad track. And it goes that way. It's all filled in, so I don't know what it was. Obviously, if something was made there. Looks like a little trail here. Let's see what this shows us. See the, what I call the retaining wall on the side of the railroad tracks. Still here. Looks like it. That. So another little piece of our complex here. I don't know what it was yet, but well, I'm going to figure it out somehow. And definitely come back when the leaves and the greenery is gone. Because I got a feeling there's a lot to be seen in here. Alright, Wayward Walker signing off again, and who knows, maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't.